Hey guys, I'm Will, and this is Will's Toy Clearance. Today I'll be reviewing Labyrinth, the board game. Okay guys, so I did say on yesterday's video I'd had some post, and this was it. It was incredibly well wrapped, so I've had to get it out because I would have been here for an hour. So that was all good. This was off the old eBay. I've ordered the Highlander set from Riverhorse, so when I realised there was a Highlander one, when I realised there was a Labyrinth one, I knew I had to get it. The massive selling point with this set are these 5 gorgeous miniatures. Ludo, smell bad. My impersonations aren't great. Sedidimus, Jareth, David Bowie of course. I put some stills up after I've shown all 5 for you to have a closer look. Sarah and Hoggle. Also, to go with the characters are their information cards, 4 of, so you don't actually play as Jareth in this game. I've seen the couple of playthroughs and the game runs beautifully, thank you to designer Alessio, who did an absolutely stunning job in designing this game. He says it was so anybody can play it, so his 4-year-old could play with him. So it's a really nice game. That's why the dice are coloured, so if you're not up on your gaming, it's a green dice or it's a black dice or it's a yellow dice. It's not complicated at all, and there are the aforementioned dice, so that's all good. Some stands, which I'll show you what they're for in a bit, and then you've got your deck of cards. The characters have weaknesses and special abilities, which are represented in those cards there. The game plays really nicely from what I've seen. You basically travel around the board, and then if you land on a square you flip over a card. Then you have to face that challenge or whatever the card might be, and you have to find the gates to the labyrinth. Then you have to take on the Goblin army and such forth until you actually manage to get into the into Jareth and save Toby. But it's very nice, the deck of cards. They've all got artwork on them, all from the film. I'll pick out a couple of the nice ones. A ball. The trash lady. You get the idea. It's all different things that were in the film, and you all have to defeat them. So that's all nice. And if we pop out the tray, we come across a promotional leaflet for the expansion, which at the time hadn't been released, but currently it has. We have the rule book, which looks like the book Sarah was reading out from the beginning, the Labyrinth. Not a very thick book at all, because it is really a simple game to play. That's the whole idea. Most of it's pictures and stuff like that. just explaining what dice is what and how the game works. It's a nice little book. It's a full page on how to take a turn. So that's all good. I like that. Next up we have a board. All these eye things here are will tokens, and they determine if your character can move or not, and obviously play a role in the game with defeating enemies. And you've got the cards as well, which are the infantry, which go into those stands, and you face off against those before you get to Jareth, once you've found the gate to the Goblin City. So that's pretty cool. We have the Bog of Eternal Stench tokens up the top there with Ludo on, and some more will tokens, and we have the Goblin Clock, obviously 13 hours on that. I think the it's got a hand and the clock itself, the little plastic black connecting pieces in with the stands, and then eventually we get to a very heavy indeed game board. Is that the right way up? That's the right way up, guys. Close up. You can see the different spots there where the card outlines are, and that's where you'd land and flip over a card. It's a very nice board indeed. If I can get somebody else to play with me, I might do a video of the game. I paid $25 for this from eBay. I'm very pleased with that because they're still retailing for 55 quid. The bloke said he'd had it out and used it once, but all the pieces are still in the card, so I don't know. Maybe he just looked through it and thought it was, I don't know, too good to use. But yeah, I'm pleased with that. It's very nice indeed. It feels deluxe as well because this is not just like a plastic tray, it's actually, you know, like worn and stuff. And the miniatures are absolutely stunning. I won't be painting these, but I know a man who will. He'll do a very nice job of them too. So yeah, they're very nice. Overall, it's a very nicely presented set. Games can last up to about an hour, so it's not too long, and it does run like the film does, so it's true to that. I think it's really nice that if you've boxed it all up you can still see the miniatures in the window. I'll show you the back, and that's that. That's pretty cool. But you'll notice I have another package here, and it is the expansion pack. I knew I was going to want the expansion pack because it's got the miniatures in it, and to be fair the game looks ace, so I can't see why I'm not going to play this game. And I'm going to bust it open because for once I've brought something I want to open and play with. Smell of plastic. Right, let's see if we can pop into this. So this is the Goblin expansion pack. This contains some miniatures as well, and some different cards you can put in the deck. Because before there's like Goblin cards in that deck, and you just pretend to face off against the Goblins. But this actually allows you to face off with them. They're all the different ones we see in the film. Again, there's the 5 miniatures. I'll put another close-up as well. Oh, I can smell the fresh plastic and ink. That's really nice. But the one with the cannon. And the knights Didymus faces up against. So he's really cool. full, and we've got the little instruction leaflet thing telling you how to include the expansion into the set, double-sided. And we've got some cards. Let's have a look at these. Oh. These are really nice. They've got the pictures of the miniatures at the bottom, so you know which miniature it relates to. And you, as I say, you replace certain cards in that deck with these, so you can use the goblins. It adds a slightly different dimension to the game. I don't know if there's any more expansions planned. I hope so, because you know, I think it deserves it. It's one of those films that'll never date as such, because the production values on it were so great, and Jim Henson's puppetry was great. It's great, man. It's great. Repetition, tut tut. But I paid $25 for the expansion pack, which come brand new. These are still available on River Horse as well, guys, on their website. I'll drop that in the description in case you're interested in buying it straight off them, as well as the Highlander set, which is on Kickstarter. I brought into that, and I'm very pleased I did, and I'm looking immensely forward to it. Trying to remember which Goblin was in where. And that's the Labyrinth board game, guys, and its expansion. So I'm well chuffed with that. Thought I'd show you. I say when I get the Highlander one in November, I'll review that one as well. I'm looking very forward to that, because that is my favourite film of all time, closely followed by Labyrinth. And that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Follow me on Facebook at Will's Toy Clearance, or on Instagram at Will's Toy Clearance. And I'm currently running a promotion. Last video somebody commented what was my sign off from, and if you know, comment down below and I'll send you a vintage figure of value up to £10. You've just got to pay the post for absolutely nothing if you can tell me what it's neat, it's not as neat, is from. So until next time.